Well, divorced and unvaccinated parents in Ontario may be at risk when it comes to custody or access to their children. Ontario family lawyer Russell Alexander joins us with more on this. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. There's actually, this has cropped up in the U.S., correct? There's a case study?
Yeah, a case out of Chicago where mom lost custody of her child because she did not get vaccinated. Big uproar over that. That was quickly changed, but it shows you the direction the case law is going in and might be heading that way in Canada as well.
Okay, but nothing has cropped up in Canada as of yet?
We do have lots of cases regarding vaccination of children, lots of disputes. Usually the court will err on the side of caution and give the parent who is pro-vaccine the choice if there's a dispute over that. And we're seeing a lot more cases over vaccination for children.
Okay, we're into vaccine certificates now, so a parent without one, are they at risk of losing access or custody privileges?
Well, it's hard to reintegrate your children back into the community. And if you have a vaccine available to you and you choose not to get one, it depends on the facts. If it's a legitimate medical reason, not something you found on the internet for not getting vaccinated, that may be something to consider. But if you have a child at risk, health compromised, and you're choosing not to get vaccinated, the court may determine that you're not acting in the best interest of that child, especially if you're in a dispute with your spouse.
Yeah. What advice would you give to parents who have exemption status or legitimate reasons?
Well, you're going to need medical advice, right? You're going to need a note from your family doctor or a note from a specialist. You can't just show up with an article you found on the internet. It needs to be specific to your health situation, and it needs to be backed up by some medical evidence.
Yeah. Now, we're having so many stories in the news, particularly within the hospital system, of staff being terminated because they're not getting vaccinated. So if a parent loses their job, does this factor in?
Well, I don't think it's going to factor into a decision regarding parenting. It might affect support issues if you don't have an income. But certainly there's lots of issues out there. We have parents who are choosing not to follow safety protocols. And we had a case about a year ago where dad had custody, was flaunting the rules and lost custody of his children. His wife got exclusive possession of the home. And his access to the children was limited to online only.
Wow. Now, with the vaccine certificates, of course, it provides access to many activities that would be of benefit to children. So if the parents don't have that, is that looked at by the courts that these children are being denied?
Well, that's right. The ultimate test, Bob, is going to be the best interest of the child. And if you're choosing not to get vaccinated and now the child's isolated and can no longer participate in certain community events, it could be something as simple as sporting activity, entertainment, a whole slew of activities are going to be restricted. And you have a dispute with your spouse, that spouse has an argument to say that you're not acting in your child's best interest by refusing to get vaccinated, even though you don't have any excuse not to.
Yeah. Now, you're saying in this discussion, these disagreements regarding vaccines have cropped up quite a bit. What kind of resolution is there?
Right. Well, the court's going to err on the side of the parent who chooses to get the child vaccinated. Lots of options, though. You don't need to run off to court. There's lots of professionals out there that can assist you. You can get a collaboratively trained family lawyer, a social worker, a parenting coordinator, and try to work a resolution outside of the court system. Go to mediation or arbitration. Court's sort of the last step if you can't come to an agreement.
Okay, it's something that needs to be taken seriously. We're going to link up your website and socials at chh.com. Russell Alexander, thanks so much.
Thanks, Bob. Have a great morning.